Alright guys, welcome back to the 6th and final video of this series of how to build your own workout. So today we're going to be going over deload and recovery, something that is so very important. And a lot of people don't quite understand it, so I'd like to explain a little bit about what a deload is, when you should take it, yada yada yada. So a deload week is going to be a week that you choose to do lighter or lesser exercises in order to allow your body to recover extra. So if you are someone who is working out 3, 4, or more times per week, if you're lifting hard and heavy regularly, if you are really challenging your body on a regular basis, then this might be a good idea for you to take a deload week or some time off of your workout, because everyone needs a little bit of time. Sometimes we actually don't recognize that we really need a deload, but once we take it, we feel so much better. This can happen naturally for some people when they're traveling, they have a funeral to go to, a wedding to go to, something comes up with a family, whatever, and you don't get your regular workouts in, you're taking extra days off. This can be considered a kind of unscheduled deload week. However, with a regular deload week, I would still recommend you get active and still get in the gym. So what you're gonna kind of wanna do is lighten the amount of sets. So if you're normally doing 4 sets, maybe do 2 sets. If you're doing generally 12 reps, maybe lighten it to just 6 to 8 reps. Doing a lot less weight. If you're normally lifting 25 pounds for a bicep curl, let's only do 10 pounds for the bicep curls. You just want to be stimulating the muscle but not overworking the muscle. You still want to get them active and moving, but you don't want to just go crazy. You don't really want to be sore. You're just trying to stimulate the muscle. You're just trying to get your body active while allowing it to recover a little bit more. So that's the point of a deload week. If you're in a bulk or in a surplus of calories, you might be able to go a little bit longer without having a deload week. So you can go maybe between 8 to 10 weeks, whereas someone in a caloric deficit might start to feel a little bit more fatigued. This is going to be different for someone who's in a competition prep. Competition prep, typically you will just push through over and over and over again. You will kind of just push through that prep period. But if you are not in a competition prep but still in a caloric deficit, then you might want to take a deload week every 6 to 8 weeks. Again, listen to your body, but don't take too many deload weeks just because it feels good, because you think you need it, or you are just feeling lazy that week. It's really supposed to be a strategic thing that you place in your plan. So you can strategically place it in your plan for every 6 to 8 weeks, or every 8 to 10 weeks, depending on how you're feeling, or you can strategically place it in there and say, I'm going to take it this time no matter what, just so I know my body is recovering well. So that's going to be on the deload. On the recovery side of things, this is so important. Recovery is so important, and your body is going to be recovering daily after a workout. So things that you can really do to help the recovery process is make sure that you're eating plenty of food and plenty of protein. So many people don't eat enough protein, particularly women. We aren't eating enough. A lot of women aren't eating enough food and enough protein. You have to be eating enough protein in order to build muscle. You also need enough fat or carbs, if that's what you're doing, in order to have the energy to want to get in the gym, to want to lift heavy, to want to lift hard, to want to have, to be exerting that energy. So make sure that you're getting in plenty of food and paying attention to your macros and how much food you're actually getting in. The next thing is going to be get plenty of water in. A lot of people are not hydrated enough. If you're not hydrated, your body needs so much water. If you are not hydrated, your body's not going to efficiently be able to run everything through and all the gunk out that it needs to. So make sure that you're hydrated and drinking plenty of water. Along with drinking plenty of water comes making sure that you have enough electrolytes in your system, because water, electrolytes, all of that have to balance each other out. So make sure that you're supplementing electrolytes properly. Huge is sleep. If you are not sleeping well, you are not going to be recovering well. So much recovery happens when we are sleeping. So make sure that you're setting aside the time to sleep well. Make sure that you're doing things like mouth taping or putting on some white noise or putting the fan on in the room, whatever it is that helps you sleep better. Sometimes I take a magnesium at night to help me sleep a little bit better. It is so very important to get enough sleep and the right amount of sleep per REM, deep, light, all of those things. Another thing that you can do is taking advantage of those therapies that are out there, like chiropractic work and massage therapy and things like that. Not everyone has the finances for it. It's not covered by everyone's insurance, so I totally understand that. But if you have it available to you, if your insurance covers that, it can be super, super beneficial and so very helpful. I know for me, I tend to get super, super tight in my neck and my head, and it prevents me from being able to lift properly, specifically when I'm doing back day or shoulders. So if I go see my chiropractor, she's gonna release a lot of that tension, and I'm gonna feel so much better afterwards. And the next few things is just like doing things like yoga, stretching regularly. We talked about stretching in a previous video. And then also like foam rolling, breaking up those muscle fibers, allowing for that, all of the build up to be kind of rolled out, to be released. So you can do different things like that on a regular basis as well. My biggest number one thing is a lot of people will start to get sore from their workouts and they will want to use some sort of medication. They'll want to use an NSAID, something over the counter, ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever it is. You do not want to take this after a workout. They have come out with science stating that it can actually prevent the protein formation when your body is trying to rebuild after its workout. So you might be tearing down your muscle fibers, but you taking in those extra pills is actually going to prevent you from being able to build up that muscle for the next workout. So you're kind of undoing what you just did. Even though it might feel nice in the moment, you're really not helping yourself by building that muscle up. And it just puts a damper on your muscle growth. So don't undo what you just did. Find another natural way of relieving your body. There is like natural essential oil, things like different lubricants that you can put on, like icy hot, but there's natural options for that to really help your body feel a little bit better when it's trying to recover, because it's not always fun and sometimes it really hurts and you just can't even sit on the toilet because your legs are so sore. It's okay, everyone gets that. A lot of people get DOMS in the very, very beginning of their working out. That will get better. It will get better over time. If you're sore, you know that you tore those muscle fibers and that your body is going to be going after that and really repairing it and building up those muscles. So don't be afraid to be in a little bit of pain. It's only gonna last a day or two. So don't take that medication. Just try to use those things like eating enough calories, drinking enough water, supplementing those electrolytes, using therapies, things like that to really do that recovering time rather than taking a medication if you can help it. So that is it for the last video of this series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, comment below and I'd be happy to answer those questions. And we'll talk to you guys later.